I used to ride 4D, even Corolla. I was broke with a bad chick, color cola. But she used to act up like a name Viola. So I had to cut her off, now I name older. X-Files, bagged up like Kroger. You ain't even had to open, you can smell her odor. Got a bunch of niggas hoping they can mess me over. But I really been the shit and I ain't changing odors. Next style, what I brought up, I can't lie, I'm blessed, I'm older. On my side, it's less than no love. You might die, get stretched like yoga. Felt like I was destined for the pain and torture. Trying to keep my flame, but the rain gets colder. Every drop lit, help me gain composure. Life is a game, well, nigga, game over.
Damn right a nigga gon' flex. 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 Damn right a nigga gon' flex.
Down in this bitch and I'm feeling like a bicep. Take a side steps from the haters that's on my steps. Know what life is and I grind up by the privates. With a vice grip while I'm steady dodging vices. On the prizes, one focus, no surprises. Where your eyes is, they ain't seeing nothing like this. Dropping science like my name is really Isaac. Know that I'm sick but I never need a Heimlich. Cause I never be chosen. Used to be broke but never was broken. I came and spoke it into existence. I should be quoted. This shit is golden. Was a black sheep but I should be golden. Excuse my indulgence. I am just trying to live in the moment. Time is precious, I'm a dire legend. Y'all niggas so sweet, y'all diabetic. And you don't know shit, need to find a lesson. That's why your life always measured a lesson. Haters always come with incredulous questions, but you can't stop a nigga tether the blessings. That's why you forever next to the section, but never in this bitch. And while I'm in this bitch,
damn right a nigga gon' flex. 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 Damn right a nigga gon' flex.
What are we doing, bruh? We're having a good time. We was having a good time, man. Why is it doing this to me now? For people that don't know what I'm talking about, real quick, sometimes when I go live, my OBS doesn't want to agree with me. So I'm trying to make it agree with me, you know what I'm saying? How's everyone doing? How's everyone feeling? Welcome back to the FlexMan Network. Not going to be here for long, unfortunately. I got work at 6 p.m. So I'm going to be here for maybe 40, 50 minutes. Maybe an hour, to be honest. Judging by what's going on right now, it might be an hour. But I hope everyone's having a good day today, man. Hope everyone's having a nice day today. It's looking good outside. Weather's warm. Weather's nice. You know? I don't want to keep y'all too long. But how's everything, man? How is everything? Shut up. How is everything, bruh? What's poppin'? What's going on? Alright, so Internet's looking good right now. So let's get YouTube locked in. All right, there we go. There we go. Now we are back. I had to close some programs. Me personally, I don't know why. Maybe it's a space issue, but I'm here. I'm locked in with y'all. What's up? What's going on Twitch? What's going on YouTube? Actually, let me get in on the YouTube chat real quick. So clearly, judging by today, there's not a lot of news. You know? Not a lot of news at all. So I'm going with the news that I can find that I think is going to be a good conversation. And that's with this whole AKADEMIKS TV Charlemagne the God situation. One thing around here is that I like to keep it within the space of music. I prefer to be in that conversation because that is my forte, you know. So we have a couple videos to watch for today. Yeah, we struggling for news right now. I ain't gonna lie to you. We are struggling with news right now, but it's cool. We're gonna make sure that we find something to talk about, you know? Something that's quality, you know? The last video I put out yesterday was quality. That was quality. So the last video I put out yesterday was rap fans are idiots. Of course, he's exaggerating, but it did land on a very important point that lies around anti-intellectualism. So hey, it was good. That was a good video, man. And I did a little deep dive within that video talking about what a Drake fan looks like today in Canada. You might be surprised. That's all I'll say for now. But what's going on? I gotta lock in on the YouTube chat, bro. Locking on the YouTube chat. Gotta lock in on the YouTube chat. You might be surprised. There we go. We got Raven. We got Connor. What's good, guys? So I ain't gonna lie, this one might be short and sweet. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This one gonna be short and sweet. You know? But I'm still gonna do what I need to do, alright? So with that being said, let's not waste no more time. Let's go ahead. Honestly, hold on. Let's breathe for a second. God, my notification sound is loud as hell today, bruh. Hold on. First, let's breathe for a second. Let's breathe because, first of all, it's Monday. All right? A lot of people, usually, especially with me, when it comes to Mondays, I struggle with Mondays a lot. I ain't gonna lie to you. Mondays is like the struggle day. You know, you struggle to wake up, you struggle to get out of bed, you struggle to get out the house, you struggle to get to work, you struggle to get home from work, you're waiting in traffic, struggling in traffic. Now you're at home, struggling to get things done. Like, nah, Mondays are not friendly for me, you know? But it's up to me to make the Mondays friendly. So what I like to do is that I prefer to fill my head with things that I consider entertainment, and we might watch a dance video. We might watch a dance video because I know those videos bring me joy. You know? Those videos bring me a lot of joy. Of course, Kai Cenat has announced season 2 of Streamer University. So I want to see the trailer. Cause that shit look like Hogwarts. Like, first of all, how do you rent out a university? How do you have the funds to rent out a university? That's crazy to me. This nigga is like literally like, it's like Zoe 101, but for niggas. That's ill. That's ill to me. I grew up watching nothing but Disney, Teletoon, YTV, Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network. For the programs or the stations that I mentioned, those are the Canadian ones, like YTV, Teletoon. Of course, the Disney Channel is like Universal, you know. But yeah. So let's have some fun first. Streamer University. Let's check this out, cause this man has an enrollment trailer. Look at this shit. Who the hell do you think you is?
Streamer University.
It's good to be back. Hello? Where's everybody at? It's application day. Hold on.
Oh boy.
Hello?
Nah, this shit look like Harry Potter for real.
Anybody home? It's application day. What we doing?
Look at this shit.
Oh my God.
What the hell?
What happened to this place? Are these supposed to be the new uniforms? Damn. Who's there? Is that your guy? Shh. Chris, what are you doing in there?
Chris doing that?
Huh? Who? Why is nobody here? They taking over.
Owls. Wait. Stop. Stop for a sec. What's going on with these owls? Yo, hold on a second.
Shh. Chris, what are you doing in there? They're everywhere. Huh? They're everywhere. Who? Why is nobody here? They taking over. Who? Stop saying that. You're gonna upset them. Who? No. Chris, are the delivery owls here?
What the? Hey, yo!
What is it? I've been working on this paper project. Where is it? Here! Yes! I don't know if it's gonna work. What the fuck is that? Christ! I'm ready to... Was it serious? I don't want my army. I couldn't do it myself. I told you I'm not finished. God, be careful. Don't worry, I got it. It's dangerous. Don't worry. God, let's come out. Oh my gosh! I can't believe it! It worked! We did it! Yeah. Bring it in! This is your last semester.
Don't tell me that's Agent. Yo, what is going on? I don't like the owl placement. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like the owl placement. There's something fishy going on here. Alright, there's something mad fishy going on here. But hey, that's cool. That's cool. So at this point, we're gonna go ahead and get started and get to the bottom of this little situation right here. You know? Man, another Monday, another live stream, another video recording. Let's see what we can figure out from this. I'm going to try and get the Twitch chat popping on the screen. I had to close it because... Oh! Well, look who posts the video now. It's the Vil. Yo, forget this chick smooth shit. Yo, get this off my screen, because low-key, this was going to waste my time. Yo, let me pull up that Vil video. Where it at? Like, this man posted at the perfect time. Yo, that's crazy. 18 minutes. Damn, it's pretty much the same. Okay, cool. Nah, Vil posted at the perfect time, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. Get this chick smooth shit off my screen. Yo, Judy with the... Oh, subscribe for 2 months. Hey. Yo, Twitch, bear with me for a second, bro. I had to close my chat because it was messing with the screen. So, I got to reopen it, and then I'll be able to see you guys, too. Because right now, I just see YouTube. My computer was bugging as soon as I started the stream. But we locked in now. You know? So, this is going to be the first reaction for today. I Got Fame told me to check out his video. So hopefully I have time to check out his video after the Vil video. but I want to make sure that I have something recorded for today so I can upload it before I go to work. That's the whole point for this live. I want to make sure that I have something to post before I go to work, because I got work at 6 p.m. I want to make sure that I at least get a video out there so I don't have to worry about anything. You know what I'm saying? So, that being said, I gotta wait for that chat to open up. Let me, okay, we're recording. Perfect. So, let me go ahead and read the title of this. Wow, words are hard. Let me go ahead and read the title. You see what I'm saying about Monday, though? You see how Mondays are just like, it's just mad stress? Anyway, let me go ahead and read the title of this video. AKADEMIKS TV exposed for snitching on Drake after spotted by investigators. So right now, Charlamagne the God and AKADEMIKS is at war. Well, it's not war, but it's like a little beef. And it's kind of interesting because this ties back to the investigation that came around the whole Stake lawsuits and how they were investigating different sectors with AKADEMIKS and his other accounts and the people that run those accounts, right? So let's not waste no more time because we need to get to the bottom of this, because I personally don't know too much, but we're going to learn more as we go through this video. So y'all know how we start this, right? So let's go ahead and make it happen. Yo, you right here in the small box, right here in the small box. Welcome back to Flex Mob Reactions, only on the Flex Mob Network. I'm Flex. Welcome back to the channel. AKADEMIKS is in deep doo-doo water, and I want to see why. Listen, like, comment, share, subscribe. You know the vibe. You tapped in with your favorite Canadian reaction channel and network. Yo, don't forget to hit that hype button on these videos when I post them, all right? Please and thank you. With that being said, let's go ahead and get started with this. Let's go.
Charlamagne has just exposed AKADEMIKS TV for snitching on Drake and AKADEMIKS themselves. Now, if you don't know, there is a Twitter account by the name of AKADEMIKS TV that is ran by an individual named George who lives in Australia, who's also known as Grand Wizard. He apparently has been
racist.
Approached by investigators, and once these investigators had spoke to him, he had snitched on AKADEMIKS and Drake, saying that he takes orders from them both, and Charlamagne is the one with this information, and then went out the way to tell AKADEMIKS as a warning. The funny part after this is that Charlamagne ended up getting backlash from AKADEMIKS TV, George Nguyen, the same guy that was getting approached by these investigators. And the problem is that they think that Charlamagne is responsible. Charlamagne is the one that is telling them this information. So I'm not sure how he's responsible for these investigators approaching them, but because
it sounds like the paranoid, because that's defense mode. Because I remember when I heard Charlamagne was passing along information towards AKADEMIKS, it wasn't in an attacking way. It wasn't in a sense of attacking. It's just like, yo, just to let you know, the people around you, they might be onto some sleazy shit. And the way AKADEMIKS is moving right now, it's like, you know when you're in a bad relationship, you know when like your relationship is really bad and your friends know about it, and they try to sit you down and have an intervention to tell you how bad your relationship is, but because you so blinded by the lust, not the love, the lust that comes with the relationship, you want to make sure that you maintain the relationship that's exactly what AKADEMIKS is going through right now. There's some different levels of shit, but hey, let's go ahead and keep going with this.
Because he's the one that gave them the heads up, I guess they feel like him or Rock Nation are responsible for this situation, which is completely ridiculous considering that they have a lot of enemies and they don't know where it's coming from. They have no idea who is investigating them, but still chose to talk to these investigators and still decided to open their mouth. Now, Charlamagne explains also, we're going to go ahead and check it out.
Asked me who was behind it, and I said I couldn't tell him. That's not true. I said I don't know, but I would find out. But what I did tell him was that these three individuals, Carson McCoy, another guy named Alex Ocha, and George Nguyen. How you pronounce it, Chris? It's a Vietnamese name. Nguyen.
Nguyen is the closest, yeah.
George, he's that's Grand Wizard chat nigga, and he is from Australia. What we were told was the Carson kid and George were getting investigated, got pressed by investigators.
Now, Charlemagne apparently is finding this information out by an individual named Carson. Carson is somebody who also dealt with the account Academics TV before passing it to George Nguyen and allegedly Drake as well.
He cooperated.
No, not Grandy.
And told
No,
and
not Grandy.
said that they get their marching orders from Academics and Drake. I don't know if this is true. I don't know if it's not true. I'm just
Grandy's Vietnamese?
What? Is he? He lives in Australia. Yo, I sent Act the pictures they sent us of him, and Act goes, "Who is this?" And I go, "They say this is the George Grand Wizard chat nigga dude." And then he was like, "What? I thought he was skinny." And so I guess when he sent Grand the pictures, Grand confirmed, like, "Yeah, man, I got these pictures sent to me, a few months ago."
Now, what's crazy is the fact that people finally know how George looks like. It's an Asian man, a Vietnamese man from Australia who is handling this account. And this should already...
Yo, do you have the picture, though? Because that man, he hell of a racist, bruh. The way this man be dropping N-bombs on Twitter, on Instagram, is diabolical work now. Yo, show his picture. Show his face.
tell you that this is bad.
If
you are in Australia and you have investigators looking into you and you have no idea where they're coming from, I don't know why you decided to speak to them in the first place. But I think he was so shook that they had pictures of him and his family that he ended up trying to talk to them to see what's going on, and ended up spilling the truth that he does take orders from Academics and Drake.
I don't know. But sometimes you be in business with people and aren't fully aware of all the things that they may be doing. There's this guy in Australia, he wrote an article called, what was his name? His name is Kishore. Damn, what's his name, Chris? You know his name? He wrote this article.
Is this alleged, by the way? Like, are we...
Well, this is an article from Australia. It says the rapper, the crypto billionaire, and the Instagram mystery man.
And we're going to dig deeper into this article because apparently this is where the private investigator was first mentioned. This is where the photos...
What's good, Ron? That's a fact, though.
...of George Nguyen were first revealed, and a lot more information as well. It says, who is George Nguyen? Unlike Drake, who has 5 Grammy Awards, Nguyen is relatively a known quantity, with the Virginia lawsuit being one of the few public documents about his life online. According to sources familiar with the litigation, he is a man in his 30s who lives with his parents and spends most of his time posting memes on the internet. In 2021, he registered the business name Grandavious Chat with the corporate regulator. Documents filed with the Australian Securities and Investment Commission, the ASIC, indicate the name is linked to 2-bedroom fibro shack in Cabramatta, owned by 2 people with the same last name as him. So apparently those are his parents. When contacted by the masthead, Nguyen hung up. He did not return subsequent calls and messages. On Instagram and X, he is a lot less shy. Under his handle, Grand Wizard was the title used by leaders of the clan. He unleashes thousands of memes, hip-hop gossip items, tabloid news clippings, and videos to over 500,000 followers while never revealing his face or any details of his identity. Widespread chatter on social media suggests that Nguyen also administers the Instagram page of a close associate called Livingston George Allen, also known as DJ Academics, a hip-hop podcaster and influencer with millions of followers across various platforms who streams lengthy, rambling videos while swigging Hennessy from the bottle. Allen describes Nguyen as my boy and Big Act's top lieutenant, Grandy. Nguyen's Instagram profile picture features an image of Allen. Both men's accounts were amongst those heavily promoting Drake during a messy, widely publicized beef with Lamar, flooding the zone with memes, backing the Canadian and attacking his Californian rival. While the two rappers have been rivals for over a decade now, their feud escalated in 2024. As the beef grew, both rappers and their backers would accuse the other party of illegally inflating streaming numbers, which remain a key source of bragging rights and the focus of the Virginia lawsuit. Nguyen, operating under his Instagram alias, was squarely in Drake's corner online in one of many of his posts. Nguyen describes the rapper as the greatest lyricist of our generation, but he
you don't have to lie through your teeth like that, but sure, go ahead.
Is more than just a distant admirer. When Nguyen's Instagram account was compromised last year, hackers revealed screenshots of him exchanging messages with Drake, which were subsequently posted on Reddit. The two discussed had to deal with the pro-Lamar social media accounts and make crude jokes about the NFL quarterback Patrick Mahomes' brother Jackson. And this is the exact video that they're talking about. This is Grand Wizard's account that Drake had gotten back for him. And these are the DMs that they had leaked. This is him.
The DM with Snow is crazy. Oh my God. But I do remember the Ville was going over this moment. So I'm familiar. This is why I'm interested in this topic, because I'm familiar with details that are a little bit outside of the topic. So looking at all this, we've already, like me personally and anybody that was a part of that live, we've already been through this. We've already seen this before. But we need this information to get to the bottom of what's going on right now.
Messaging Drake. This is him saying the stuff about Snow. We talked about Snow on this channel, where Drake had a live stream with her, talking to random people. A very strange, very weird, creepy live stream. We talked about it later. And then that's not the only thing they talked about. They also talked about Not Like Us. There was several things that Grand Wizard would send him, and Drake would respond to it. So a lot of people are thinking that Drake doesn't have time to engage with a fan account or someone that works for Akademiks. No, you're wrong. He does. He has a lot of time. You can see him responding to the messages. You see where he sends him the information. Drake is quick to respond to it, and then he gets back to him. He gets back to him if he has any other relying information that he wants to send to Drake. So I don't get why people think that they're not in cahoots with each other. If he was able to pay a large lump sum of money just so that way the account could get back in his hands, then I don't see why people can't believe that he could be in cahoots with him or send messages in his favor or post stuff in his favor. Even the stuff from the Meet the Grams, even the stuff from Ebony Prince, all of this stuff was from Ebony Prince. And we've talked about him a lot on this channel. He was sending them information about that where Drake was still responding. Still no idea what that shit is. I thought he planted the information, right? I guess not, because he didn't even know where it was from. There's a lot of things that he sends them. It makes no sense why people think that they're not in contact with each other, that Drake doesn't have time to respond to him, when you could clearly see their DMs right here in front of us. It says, yet despite court documents placing Nguyen just 1 degree of separation from celebrity, his offline identity remains mysterious. Even Allen says he does not know who Nguyen actually is. I don't know who Grand Wizard is. It's my boy, but he might be AI. I think Grand Wizard is AI. He never sent me a selfie. He said during the stream last year. The closest.
Are you serious? AI? That's your excuse? Some weak punk ass excuse. That's weak. That's weak right there.
Documents placing Nguyen just 1 degree of separation from celebrity. His offline identity remains mysterious. Even Allen says he does not know who Nguyen actually is. I don't know who Grand Wizard is. It's my boy, but he might be AI. I think Grand Wizard is AI. He never sent me a selfie. He said during a stream last year. The closest anyone's came to hearing Nguyen's actual voice was on one of Allen's YouTube live streams last October. In it, Allen played a recording he claims is a phone call with a private investigator flown in from the United States and camped outside Nguyen's front door, who proceeds to ask him a series of questions about his role in funding bot campaigns for Drake. So the private investigator is from the United States, referring to himself as the Wizard and speaking with an American accent that occasionally slips. Nguyen makes claims about being friends with Ross and Drake and owning a mansion in Melbourne, Texas, and California. Me and my guys are running the media, Nguyen, a Vietnamese Australian, says. The woman asks Nguyen about steak. Ma'am, I'm just a gambler on steak. I love the product. He says, you ever heard of Eddie Craven? Nguyen asked the investigator. But Craven has not heard of Nguyen. There is no affiliation between Nguyen and Steak or Ed, regardless of what's claimed in the court document, a spokesman for Steak said. Now, this right here is a lie, because clipping is also ran by Eddie Craven. And this is the problem here. If Eddie Craven owns Steak and he owns Kick and he owns clipping and Akademiks TV or George Nguyen uses clipping, then that means that Eddie Craven must know who he is. And if Nguyen is asking the investigator if she knows Eddie Craven, then obviously they have some type of rapport with each other. They have some type of relationship with each other. You're one of the biggest clippers that uses his platform. How would you not know who he is? Right here, I think the spokesperson for Steak is lying. I think Eddie Craven does know Akademiks just as much as he knows George Nguyen. And this is information that I found about the investigator. Apparently, it is an American woman who decided to sleep outside George's house to ask him these questions. But as far as where they come from, it's still not confirmed. And I think that's the part that is driving them insane. I mean, it would drive anybody crazy if you found an investigator sleeping outside your house waiting to ask you questions. But let's continue with the audio.
Newspaper out there in Australia. So apparently this was a big deal. Like they came to Grand Wizard's house, aka George Nguyen, and was talking to his parents and was talking to him. And this is all allegedly him and the dude Carson were cooperating and just told them, hey, we do these things because of these two individuals, you know, Akademiks and Drake. Once again, I don't know if this is true or not. I just decided to tell Ak what the hell was going on.
Personally, I think that the investigator is somebody who's involved in this lawsuit.
Also, Ack told me that Carson.
So they're rolling on, according to this, they're rolling on Ack.
Who's rolling on that?
The Grandy and then the other person.
They just said that they're cooperating, and they said that the two people they get their marching orders from was Academics and Drake.
But are they, so they're cooperating against?
That's what it sounded like to me.
And we know this is true, or this is all alleged.
See, the thing is, though, because, like, they've been gliding over it the whole time, right? This is what they've been gliding over this whole time. There are 2 people or 3 people, at least, that have access to Academics TV. It's Grand Wizard, the George Nguyen dude from Australia, it's Academics, and it's Aubrey. 3 people have access to that page on Instagram or wherever it is, on Twitter, wherever. Are we not piecing together that Drake could be also putting out news that makes him look better and then make Kendrick look crazy? Of course, this is all alleged. I'm basing it off of the video that I'm listening to. But at the same time, the detail is there. 3 people at least have access to this page. Are we not taking that in? Just think about all the memes, all the pictures, all the posts that's come from Academics TV. We don't know who exactly is posting them, but the fact that there are 3 people that have access at minimum to that page, including Aubrey himself. Hey, that's a power play. That's a power play. It's clever. I'm not saying it's smart. It's clever. Okay? But at the same time, that's nasty. That's nasty. The manipulation is... you a master manipulator. Like, look at the level that you at of master manipulation. That's crazy to me. That is crazy. Yo, this is different. This is absolutely different.
Right now,
I'm just showing you what they said. They said it's been an investigation.
I just don't want to throw things on people that I find hilarious.
He's not hilarious. He is not funny. Academics TV, George Nguyen, is posting the most horrific shit, the most foul shit. Not only are they talking shit about people they don't like, but they say the most craziest shit that you can imagine.
But Ack told me that Carson used to work for him, but Carson don't work for him no more. And we were told that Carson used to run Academics TV, but now allegedly George and Drake run Academics TV. Now I told Ack all of this.
Academics TV is
it's like a Twitter page that is crazy. Like they go crazy on people. Like they just say the wildest shit. Like they say the wildest shit about people. This is apparently this is allegedly George right here.
Shut the this nigga. Shut up! What is that? What is that? This nigga bigger than the Ville. What the fuck? No way. No way. Oh my God. Oh no, he is Samoan. He is Samoan. He one of them big scary Samoans, bro. I don't want to mess with him. You know what? Never mind. Let me stop. Let's keep going.
Right there.
I guarantee you, the fact that he's being spotted outside of his home, people are taking pictures of him outside of his home, is something that startled him for sure. The man is out there in Australia, but they got pictures of him somehow. This is some next level shit. And even though we can't confirm, I feel like it's law enforcement. If it's not law enforcement, it's somebody that has a lot of money.
That's apparently him. Now, but by the way, it gets crazier, right? So,
yo, George, stay true, George. Don't roll, George.
He might have already did, but anyway,
don't do it,
here's my thing. I don't know what Ack went back and told the team.
Okay.
But then it's funny if I go to you and I say, yo, this dude, George, Grand with the Chat nigga, runs Academics TV, allegedly. And I'm telling you that this dude and this guy Carson might be cooperating and telling things about y'all that may or may not be true. But then you spend the whole week slandering me.
Oh, Ack was slandering you?
No, Academics TV, who's ran by George AKA Grand with the chat nigga.
Now, Charlemagne is giving a lot of grace to academics, if you ask me. I find it hard to believe that academics isn't aware of what Grand is posting. If he's mad at Charlemagne and talking shit about Charlemagne on the account, academics is co-signing that. Regardless, it's his name on it. But Charlemagne is saying that it's only Grand that's doing it. It's only George that's doing it. It's not academics who's in control. But I find that hard to believe. Academics definitely is in control. I think Charlemagne is doing a play here where Charlemagne is trying to help academics. He's trying to say that we're in good graces with each other. I'm not against you. If anything, I'm only warning you. So I don't know why your homie has to get at me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you spend the whole week slandering me because of what I told academics. It's just like you're kind of proving these people right. If somebody comes to me and says, hey, this guy right here, works for these two individuals, gets paid to spread these narratives, and then when I go to your man and tell your man something about you, you spend the whole week slandering me.
But why would they slander you? Isn't that so obvious?
Oh, that's a good point. That's a great question. When I saw one of the posts, I sent it to Ak. And I'll tell you what Ak said. I sent it to Ak. I said, yo, aiming at me won't do nothing for him. I just put you on to what came across our desk because you always do it for me. And then he said, yeah, I think he thinks you and Rock Nation are exposing him. LOL. He said he got those pics 3 months ago. LOL. This is next level. LOL. Dude is in another country.
Now that is pretty comedy, bro. You get private investigators in front of your house. Charlemagne warns you about it. And the first thing that George wants to do, Grand Wizard wants to do, is blame Charlemagne and Rock Nation. God damn.
Where Rock Nation?
Like,
hold on. See,
you can't make.
That's how you know dude has no idea what he's talking about. Because where Rock Nation come from? Where Rock Nation come from? Who are you getting investigated by? That's a real question. Yo, okay. At first, when it comes to Rock Nation, initially, when people were throwing the Rock Nation name out, it had a little bit of validity. The issue is, y'all just throwing Rock Nation anywhere and everywhere. Now y'all sound crazy. All that validity that you built up is gone. Now you're just talking crazy, sound like Nicki Minaj. Just high off that booger sugar, just talking mad. Like, nah, bro. now Grand Wizard sound crazy. Where Rock Nation come from, bro? Are you okay? I know you scared, but the way that you're trying to run defense, it sounds like desperation, and it's not gonna help you. It's not gonna help you. The charade that y'all been having this whole time, it might be up. Now, we don't know exactly who posted what, but between the 3 or 4 of y'all, hey, bro, y'all might have to get, I don't know what's going to happen, but something going to have to happen, bro. I ain't going to lie to you.
Make this shit up, bro. How is he the one that is setting this up when he's the one that's warning you? It doesn't make any sense at all. I don't think that Charlemagne is responsible.
Makes 0 sense, bro. No cap. Tiptoe Joey for this, just subscribe? Really? It's good. How you feeling?
For these investigators, I really don't. I think he wants to be fair. I think he wants.
Oh, on Twitch. Oh, shout out to Tiptoe. I just took it in. Shout out to Tiptoe for the subscription. I just took it in. I'm like, subscribe.
Wants academics to know I don't have anything against you. This is what I've been hearing. But since he's the only one to tell them about it, now they think that he's the one responsible, which is completely ridiculous because why am I going to tell you about something that I'm responsible for? If that's the case, I wouldn't want you to know that it's coming from me at all. So why would I tell you about it? I guess that's when the paranoia starts creeping in, and that's when people start blaming Rock Nation. That shit crazy. No wonder Jay-Z said public enemy number 1. All of a sudden, he's the one that gets the blame. It's a murder mystery game.
So
what the fuck Rock Nation got to do with this?
They think you're tied to this expose on
how? When I called your man
to notify him,
to tell him what the fuck was going on, Ak didn't have to say nothing to nobody. I could have took that information.
This is fascinating.
I could have took that information and did whatever with it. He could have just went and notified his team. I don't know. So if Ak notified his team and his team reaction is, all right, well, let's go slander Charlemagne for the week. that you're kind of
proving the point.
You're proving the point and making me look like, oh, so maybe it is something to what the fuck may be going on. But I don't know. I don't think academics has anything to do with it. I really don't. I think he's affiliated with some people that he may not know everything that
they're up to.
Because there's lawsuits like that. There's lawsuits that Act just got added to, right? Like involving Drake and Steak and all types of other shit. And, the dude George is also in those lawsuits as well.
Okay.
And I just think that guy might be involved in some things that Act may not know about it. Act put me onto the whole Clipper game, even though I knew what the Clippers were, but they really roll like a mob and a mafia. And that's another thing I was telling Act. I was like, yo, there's people in these discords that they're...
And to add to the Clipping thing is exactly what we were saying previously. George Nguyen, when he was talking to the investigator, he said, do you know Eddie Craven? He owns Steak and Kick, but he also owns Clipping. Clipping is something that Academics TV Grand Wizard uses. So how the hell is he not going to know who he is? I think this investigator is part of this whole entire lawsuit situation going on with Steak. Again, Steak is an Australian company also. So I don't find it hard to believe that they would send someone to Australia to find out about this unknown man who's also in a lawsuit with an Australian company that is tied to U.S. soil. I'm going to be completely honest here. I think that it has to do something with the Steak lawsuit. I think it has something to do with some illegal activity. If Charlemagne was responsible, I don't think he'll be the one warning you. I don't think Rock Nation is responsible either. But that's the paranoia that they're dealing with. They have so many enemies, they don't know where it's coming from. They have so many personal problems, they have no idea where it's coming from. I think Academics doesn't want to believe that the people he associated with are willing to flip on him once things get too hot. Once things get too dangerous and start getting close to home, I think that they're going to be quick to snitch on Drake and Academics. And I think that Drake is responsible for some of the things that are posted to that account. I don't think that Drake is signing in and posting it himself, but I do think that he does have a say-so of what he wants on there or what he wants to be shared and the way he wants it to be shared. I think Drake does have control. I think Academics has control. And Academics himself is acting clueless. He's acting like he has no idea what's going on, but I think he does. But if he doesn't, then I think he's in for...
That's the only way Academics can act right now, because if Academics was to speak his mind, he's cooked. Academics is backed in a corner. He has no choice but to act stupid. And history shows, anytime Academics is backed in a corner, what's the first thing he do? He acts dumb. Another thing that he does is that he start asking questions, even though we already have the answers to the questions. Like, literally, every time someone be talking to him, he be answering in questions. Like, wait, what do you mean by that? Nick, you know, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's a tactic used by Academics, but if you pay attention to him long enough, you're going to see it. And when you see it, oh boy, you'll understand.
For a rude awakening, because I think these guys, once they crack under pressure, they're going to tell on the whole entire operation. They're going to tell on Academics. They're going to tell on Drake. And as far as what Charlemagne has said, they already snitched on them once. I think they're going to tell all once they get a chance again to speak to somebody, whether it's an investigator, a government official. At this point, we don't know. I guess we'll find out where the investigator comes from later on. But y'all can tell me how you feel about this. Make sure you like the video, hype the video, subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you on the next one, man. Peace. Keep it a legend.
Just like that. Okay. Academics TV. We've seen some of the things they've been posting, especially on Twitter. It's one thing to see it on Instagram. It's a little tamed on Instagram, but on Twitter, there's no holding back on Twitter. You've seen some of the wildest shit, regardless if it's a post or a comment. There was potentially 4 people using that platform. That Carson dude that they fired, Grand Wizard chat nigga, Academics himself, and Drake. Drake alone. That's, of course, it's alleged, but that right there is mad concerning. Because it's gotten to a point where you're manipulating the news that people get. Because everybody knows, regardless if we like it or not, everybody runs to Academics for music news, especially first week sales. That's what AKADEMIKS has built his page up to be. The fact that you have Aubrey potentially using that platform to manipulate the news? Oh my God. You see what I be talking about? And yes, I'm gonna plaster alleged all over this shit because I don't know. Right? But just going with that information, you see what I'm talking about when it comes to people playing in your face? I don't like people playing in my face. I don't like that ish. And they do it on a daily basis off of that platform. Fortunately, I don't pay attention to that platform. But anytime I see something from that page, it's always some crazy ish. And I try to distance myself from that because I don't need to be reading some of the things that they be talking about. I don't need to read that ish. You crazy? This is what I'm talking about. I don't like people playing in my face. And I know there's other people around here that don't like it either. It's just getting to a point where it's like, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous on levels it should never have been on in the first place. So continue your investigation. All right? Now we know who Grand Wizard looked like. Big, strong, Samoan-looking mother... we gonna see what's going on. Like, let the story develop, you know? But for what we've been given right now, wow is all I gotta say. And AKADEMIKS honestly should know better. Because AKADEMIKS, who are you to get in between that page, which is technically yours, and your best friend? Because that's your best friend. Right? Your best friend has power, whether we like it or not. If your best friend go and talk to Grand Wizard to get the login code, you think Grand Wizard's gonna say no? Hell yeah, Grand Wizard gonna say yes. And he gonna sit there and act stupid. Man, you should know better. But like I said, you probably playing dumb, so it's not a surprise. It's hilarious. I can see the YouTube chat, Josh. Anyway, but we know facts. Anyway, let the story develop at this point. That's all I gotta say. That's literally all I gotta say. But who knows what's gonna happen in the future? But for right now, nah, this is disappointing on levels that it should never have been on. God damn, bruh. All right. It's 5:10 right now. I got about 30 minutes before I got to get out of here. I said today was going to be short. All right? You have to do a YoEQ video to see where the dude flipped on Ak and Drake. Can I do it tomorrow? I gotta go to work. Can I do it tomorrow? I gotta edit this a little bit. I'm not gonna edit it heavy like I did for my other videos. I'm just gonna edit a little bit and then I'm gonna get out of here because I gotta go. Alright? Like, I don't wanna be late for work because every time I'm late for work, they always make an issue out of it. And I don't like them talking to me like, oh my God, you're late again, man. What's going on, man? Bro, shut up, bro. Alright, I'll do it tomorrow. Okay. First of all, to everybody that was here, whether if you're in the chat or in the shadows, I appreciate y'all for pulling up. Thank you for stopping by like always. Y'all gonna see me tomorrow. Tomorrow might be short. I don't know yet, but we'll find out when we get there. But for now, thank you for stopping by like always. Thank you. God, this news is ridiculous. I ain't gonna lie to you. This news is ridiculous, but it is what it is. But I gotta bounce. I gotta get up out of here, you know? So with that being said, hold on. Can y'all hear me now? Y'all hear me now? All right, good. Anyway, thank you like always, bro. Thank you for stopping by. Shout out to all the new subscribers. All right, shout out to everybody that's subbing up. Shout out to everybody that's hitting the hype button. Everybody that be hitting them comments, shout out to every single one of y'all. That helps me out greatly. Thank you. Real talk. And I'm starting to get into the habit of making sure that I leave a comment under whoever comments on the ish, so I can continue that kind of like that conversation in the comments. Because I want to see some conversations in there, you know? Definitely want to see some conversations in there, especially on this one. This one can build up a lot of convos, you know? But with that being said, y'all know the spiel already. Take care. Be well. Be safe. Stay true. Be you. Wait, what? What? Wait, Akbar versus... Wait, Akbar v. this Cardi B. Wait, what's going on? Jay Nolan dropped the video? Hey, I'm getting out of here. I can't even stay. All right, bye. Take care. Be well. Be safe. Stay true. Be you. Live long and long live. Peace. Have a great day. Have a great night wherever you're on this world. Thank you for stopping by. Like always, don't forget to take care of your family. Don't forget to take care of your peoples. Don't forget to take care of your friends, the right ones. And don't forget to take care of yourself, all right? And don't forget to be an outstanding individual out here in this world. Never forget that part. That last part is important. All right, bye.